We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. I had to tighten the plan. Yeah. I got it right in the end. Now we on top once again. I don't want it if it ain't love. If it ain't, get it away from me. Who you gon' jack if it ain't us? LABB to the bakery. Some mad that I came up. I know my granny gon' pray for me. It was just us in the vacancy. We had to get it from A to B. Wheels never felt like this. 2 seats in the hills, how I feel righteous. Blue sheets for the mills, but the deal priceless. New keys can't care what's still private. I might just double it up. Did it? Never enough, I'm with it. 5, 2, 3 on the business. Whole team got wins and the wheels still spinning. I told them what I told them. We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. Hey, I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on top. Got a spot and it's locked to the click all in. I got ops, if he drop, I just hit my dance. I was pop, they just watched, had to take my wins. They wouldn't let me in. I've been on 10 cents. Who really holding it down? I've been holding it down and I go it again and again. Who was the dummy that died on the 30 on. We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on top once again. We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. Hey. I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on 10.
I was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't down once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. I'm just hoping she don't fail. Cause when she do, I don't know what I'ma do. All that I heard that y'all was talking, it was comical. Pull up in your city for the evening, what you tryna do? Cause I'm open to it. I know that you missing, but you gon' get through it. I can help with it if you need that. Go and bring the beat back. I don't really listen to the feedback, nah. Told me that she good, she don't need Jack, nah. I'm real proud.
Well, you folks at home can see the evidence. Snow and supposedly a few inches yet to fall here at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington football team and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season, Week 17, is underway. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. First carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A huge play there right off the bat. 68 yards on the ground.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
So first and goal now from the 7-yard line. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Here's Barkley. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play that time. So a big stop, but it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
No gain on the play.
Big third down stop. I can almost hear that defense saying, go ahead, go for it. Try it. Try it.
You see that swagger out there, don't you? You see him saying, yeah, go ahead and give it one more shot. But I think if you're the head coach in this situation with you having the ball, just tip your cap to the guy on the other side and say, okay, you got me this time. Kick the field goal. We'll see you the rest of the game.
Well, if they would go for it and not get it, though, the other offense would have a long way to go in the other direction. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On second down, here's Barkley. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Saquon Barkley taking it in. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Boy, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good.
Makes the score Eagles 7, Washington.
Now a try and second one after the touchdown to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
First down, Mariota. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. The clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Well, they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. Room to run past midfield. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big play there out of Kamara. 45 yards on the ground. Nothing fancy there. A little smash-mouth football right up the gut on the dive, and it turns into a huge play.
You talk about the fastest way to the secondary. Right up the gut as you described and sprinted into the secondary for a long, long run.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now a quick pass to Richardson. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it's 3rd down.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Mariota. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown.
Alvin Kamara. His 21st touchdown of the season. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Will Lutz set to kick
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because this team is looking for a new quarterback.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Now Saquon Barkley. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
2-yard line.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Hey, 58's the money. Go 58's the money. I can't believe they let you play.
Block going to try and throw on 3rd down. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's 4th down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
They'll run for it with Barkley. unable to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. These two teams all tied after one.
7-7.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. On the run, it's Barkley. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16.
Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
The tackle made
no gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
That's how you pick up a first down. You know where the sticks are. You know where the first down marker is, and you find a way to get there. That's called having vision.
He had a lot of vision last week, didn't he? NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was dominant. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. They run with Barkley on first down, and he gets about 5 out of it.
Barkley on the handoff. Tackle made at the 21-yard line.
On 2nd down now, Barkley looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
For an Eagle.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
At the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A run here for J.D. McKissick. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch 36. 36 tonight. Touchdown defense. Shit.
Barkley. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
On the carry.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that. And that really chips away at your confidence.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now Ryan Suckup will come on and try the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So they get the field goal, but that is a 14-play drive to get 3.
It's like you're going negative a little bit.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Even though they might not find the #1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they can very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. Mariota on first down. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he's taken down inside the 30. 18 more yards there and another first down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score.
First down, Washington.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Alvin Kamara, touchdown number 22 on the season. And Washington has retaken the lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Now this will make it into the end zone. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. On second down, Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll run with Barkley. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll go for it. It's Locke. He'll air this one out for Kirk. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Eluding the pressure right. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. 2nd and 10. Mariota escaping the pressure right. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 21. 23 yards the pickup there. Again, it's Mariota. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And Lutz's kick is good. And that extends their advantage to 6 at 16-10. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. They start the second half with Kamara. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Kamara, the ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the gun, Mariota. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Gain of 16 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Mariota now to throw on first down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
Evan Ingram.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First down, Washington.
Mariota now. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Ricky Seals-Jones. His third touchdown now on the year. And Washington going to add on to their lead.
Washington will line up.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. Defense just has to hate those.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And we see James. He will now return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half.
26.
Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Barkley. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a 4th down. They'll run with Barkley, and he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and Washington will take control of the football in great field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play action now. Mariota. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Kamara, the ball carrier.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal. To throw, Mariota. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Devontae Adams, his intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now Mariota. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
3 brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again. They do go for it. It's Locke. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
Turnover on downs.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Marcus Mariota, nobody's going to catch him. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Will Lutz
Marcus Mariota, 27 yards. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
Is good.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that that confidence.
They'll go to Barkley again, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. The Eagles on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is third and 9. Lock going to throw. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Now Locke, got to have this one. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Oh, Patrick Peterson, the shutdown corner, was there on the coverage. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake, Mariota. Caught on the right side by Adams. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. They'll run it with Kamara, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 23 here on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And this one through the uprights and good.
Washington 41, Eagles 10.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Now this will make it into the end zone. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
On the play. It's now 3rd and 10.
The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 10. This is Barkley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
A loss of 2 yards.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Here we go. Mike, 36.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. A first down throw for Mariota. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Camaro. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Following the penalty, it's Camaro. Finding room to the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 19 yards on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Working out of the gun, Mariota. That's complete to his running back, Camaro. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. So they lost yardage, and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
Set, ready. 30 pace, let's go. You can't block me.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the run, it's Barkley. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
The tackle made by Bobby Okereke.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, Barkley. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Brought down.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
No gain on the play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll go again with McKissick. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. On 3rd down, Barkley. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles get a score closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And the lead is down to 24. Each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the flag. You did. I had to.
So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. So that'll back them up 5. The delay of game backs them up 5, 1st and 15. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Today's finals, Washington.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Washington, a final win here means they'll finish off the regular season at a solid 13-3. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they're going to bottom out here to wrap up this very forgettable season at 2-14. And it's fair to say wholesale changes will be forthcoming in the very near future. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Kick it and go. Kick it and go. Hit up with a step on, spin move, in zone, go. Sideline.